What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Elamar Dishay, and I'm back. We getting straight to the point on this one. Update, still in Iowa. I know you're wondering how the hell I got back here. I drove my beat up car. That's how I got back here. All right, probably wondering why. I'm gonna tell everybody why I came back from Dallas. All right, first of all, I went broke. I went fucking broke. I came back with some credit card debt. I came back and my bank account was on zero, okay? And I wasn't feeling like no hero, all right? Third of all, I didn't have no insurance down there, right? I couldn't go to the doctor, I couldn't go to the dentist, and I got a cavity right there. So, yes, this video is actually some lessons that I've been learning at this point in my life because life kicking my ass. And I've definitely learned some lessons. I'm pretty sure you've learned some of these lessons. If you haven't, let me let you in on my life so you can be ready when you start experiencing this bullshit. All right, number one, and these are not in any particular order. I actually just came up with these off the top of my dome. That's just kind of how I am. Number one, finances. Yo, I'm sorry, but I didn't grow up around nobody who was good with money. I didn't go to no school that taught you how to be good with money. All my friends, parents around me was kind of broke. Some of them was a little more ahead, but mainly all I'm saying is I never was taught how to deal with money, right? And the older that I get, I realize I'm not the only one. And two, there's a lot of people out here that don't know shit about money. Have you ever been around somebody and you heard them give some advice on how to use a credit card or what type of bank account to get or what, and you just sitting there and you yeah, you clearly don't know what the fuck you're talking about, okay? I've been surrounded by those types of people. I ain't gonna say my whole life, but I mean, they're everywhere, you know? So finances is something that I'm learning. Nobody's gonna teach you how to invest. Well, I ain't gonna say nobody's going to, but I didn't have nobody around me that ever said the word investing. The only thing that anybody around me would say when it came to money was get a job. Look, they said if you want money, you go get a job. So in my brain as a child, that shit stuck. So I went my whole teen years thinking that the only way to get money was to get a job. I tried some other things here and there. You know, everybody tries to mow yards, rake leaves, but nothing ever really stuck. So most of my life, I believe, to get a job, that equals money, right? I'm 25 and I've worked jobs my whole life and I'm fucking broke. So whoever told me that was full of shit, all right? I know a lot of people who've been working 30, 40, 50 years and they still fucking broke. So jobs don't necessarily equal money. That's all I'm learning. That's all I'm learning. I ain't judging, but you've been going to the job for 40 years and you still living paycheck to paycheck. Something's wrong. I'm experiencing it, but let's go on to the next. This is still a part of finances, taxes. Yep. You ever just start a fucking job, you feel me? And you've been kind of broke, you know what I'm saying? You okay, it's a new opportunity, I'm gonna do this. You work for that 2 to 3 week period, depending on when you started, in the pay period, right? You might have started at the beginning or the end. You ever get your first check and you look at that motherfucker and you yo, they just took damn near a whole lot of my check for taxes and insurance and shit. I don't even fucking know. Honestly though, let me ask you this. When you look at your pay stub, how much of that information and those acronyms, I think, is that the word acronyms, do you fully understand? Do you fully, instead of just looking at it and saying, okay, I brought this much home and they took this much for taxes, how much of that information on a pay stub do you actually understand? Probably not a lot if you still working a fucking job. I'm still working one too, so don't feel like I'm pointing you out. Calm the fuck down. Number 3, when it comes to finances, how to invest, yo. The only thing, I ain't gonna lie, most of the I done been investing in was this and a little bit of this. I ain't gonna say that's it, but it's I don't know. I just was never taught how to invest. I like to read and I like podcasts now, so I'm learning, right? Invest your money, right? Number 2, this is the main point, right? Relationships. Yo, I ain't seen nothing, nothing. I'm talking about like this, but failed relationships. And that's not to like point at anybody in particular. I just don't know what it means or what it even looks like to see and know some people that have had a long, successful relationship where they both brought some value to each other, whatever, and it worked, right? You ever seen somebody where you see and you know they've been together for a long period of time? No, I really don't. I can't experience that. Maybe you have. I don't know. Nobody around me ever really gave me advice on how to maintain relationships, on what a relationship even means, right? I've learned now a lot of times we just fucking lonely and we just want somebody to be lonely with. We don't even really know what we want out of the situation. You lonely and you look kind of good. I'm lonely. I look kind of good. So let's just be lonely and look kind of good together and just hope something. Like, fuck all that. I'm not doing that shit. I don't know what it means. Number 2 of that relationship's like friendships. You ever like been friends with somebody and it falls out and it like weighs on you and you don't know how to deal with that? Hey, I'm still learning how that shit feels my damn self. All right, moving on to the next biggest point for me, and this is how I'm going to end this video. Yo, like how to deal with the mental issues. Yo, I'm about to be 25 and I'm still replaying in my head at times some shit that happened to me 10 years ago. I can't let this shit go. I know you know what I'm talking about. You just got that like one thing in your head that like, I don't know, it probably might have traumatized you. It might have motherfucking caught you in that emotional, childlike state. I don't know. But like, that is something that I'm learning. Like, this shit is real. The biggest and worst prison that I've learned you can be in is this right here. You ever just been like sitting there or just standing there and you probably look calm and collective to somebody, but on the inside you just like bugging the fuck out. You like, yo, if I could tell some of y'all like how my mind has been at times, you could probably relate. Cause I know your shit has been like that too. But yeah, like, yo, this shit that go on in here, this is the hardest shit that I'm learning to deal with at this point, honestly. Cause like, I done been through enough shit that fit in the real world. It's just like, all right, cool. I may have been through it, or I feel like I'm strong enough to deal with it. But just like some of that shit that has happened in the past, you know, when that shit gets stuck in your head, or even like how to deal with life. I don't know, stress, trauma, all that shit. This, I'm still learning. So if y'all want to know why I really ain't been making videos and things like that, it's because like I just trying to get my head right. But yeah, that's all I really got to say on this one. Yeah, I appreciate everybody who watched it this far. I know everybody don't finish the video. I know that, so I'm gonna keep them short. I'm gonna catch y'all later. Peace.